Hello there, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm showing you the best way to make a very simple Minecraft house. So let's get to it. Before continuing, I would like to mention that I'm currently recovering from strep throat. It is not ideal, and I'm sorry for the voice cracks that are going to be happening, but bear with me. I swear I know what I'm talking about. And worst case scenario, it's a pretty nice time lapse, so thank you. First, this is the layout you're going to want the logs to be in. There's either a 5 gap in between or a 3 gap, or in 2 cases, a 1 gap. Then you're going to take all those red blocks and replace them with spruce going 5 up. You can use any type of wood, to be honest. I just prefer spruce because of how smooth it looks. But if you don't feel like wasting materials, I would recommend texturing now. I go back in later and add in stone and cobblestone. You could also add in andesite. Really, any light gray block will look fine. And then you go ahead and cover everything except for the top left corner where you make a flat surface of the stone with 3 stairs. I like to put the 2 stairs on the side, kind of angled inwards. Just add in that little bit of detail. Now, to add in some little extra detail, I would recommend putting 1 log on the outside of the pillars, going the lateral ways, so not both ways, just lateral. And then a stair on top just to cover up and make it look like a slope. Then to add in a potted plant look, you add in grass and then trapdoors on top of that. And the door design I decided for this one was really simple. It is just it's just a 1-way, and then you put fences on either side, and then a little slab arch on top. Now, for the flooring, you can choose whatever. Usually I go with the wood of the material I use for the outside. Typically it's a good contrast, and it always just looks nice. For these awkward little holes where you did pillars, you can either put wood in them or stone. It's completely up to you and a design choice. I do wood to break up the monotony of all the blocks. And then, once again, going laterally, we're going to place stairs on the top of each pillar. Now, this gives a very nice platform to add in more pillars. You're going to go up 5 blocks, and it just adds in a nice little swoop and makes it look supported. I also did put one right there in that weird middle spot. Completely up to you. I wanted it there though, just to break up the how just monogamously in the build kind of was. And then arches. So what I did, and you'll see a better example in a moment, is I did stairs curving on each pillar, and then I put trapdoors on top and shelves on the pillars. This adds in a nice, pretty detailed as Minecraft kind of gets, archway, and it's very nice. It's very pleasant to look at, and I personally am a big fan. I'm sorry, my voice keeps cracking. I actually have strep throat right now, and I'm kind of struggling. Anyways, you go back in and flush with the pillars on all sides. Add in spruce stairs or whatever wooden stairs you decide to use. Just add in a nice little support thing and make it kind of look more 3D. That way it's not just so flat. Because the worst thing you can have in Minecraft is a flat build. The entire thing is cubes. We don't need more cubes, okay? And then I'm making this little area over on the left, a patio type thing, so I just use wood. And then I lowered down the pillar and put a trapdoor on top to make it look like kind of the edge of a fence post. And I do go back in and add in a fence post later. Now, on for the wall design. You can use any white block. Because this is a starter base, I use calcite. That's probably the easiest one to get, other than wool. And I mean, you can use wool. I'm a big fan of wool, always will be. And then you just build up, add in windows wherever you would like. I prefer them centered. Completely up to you, so long as the calcite, white wool, pale oak logs, whatever you decide to use, is one back behind the pillar. Now you just go in and build all of this up. And you can place the door and windows on whatever side for the patio that you would like. I actually switch it later on because of the roof design I do, but this is a good temporary spot. Now this back corner, I have a plan for underneath. However, it's kind of awkward, so I just want to zoom in a little bit more so you can see it a bit clearer. Then I put the pillar there and then kind of wrap everything around. It's still kind of awkward, but that's kind of as good as I could do. And then I went back in with the arch style, not the complete ones I did on the bottom, just using stairs on this one to break it up a bit. And now we're onto the roof. I decided to do a basic A-line because I think it is one of the better looking roofs that's still pretty simple. And if you didn't know, there's some really good charts online. I pull them up all the time to look at them. But it's basically you just put a solid block, a stair on top, and then a stair facing the complete opposite rotation on the other side, and you just repeat that. And then at the top, I actually kind of like using slabs to kind of round it out, instead of having a pointed top like a lot of other people do. I think it looks really nice. I personally am a huge fan. Now, I'm sorry. Now you're going to go in and cover this up. You can either place the calcite or white block one back. I decided to make it flush just to break up what was happening on the bottom. And then you can either put the rest of the roofing one back from the original roofing or flush with. The reason I did flush with is because I didn't want to have to go back and redo a lot of the other parts of the build, but of course that's up to you. Now, I personally will always use an outline block all the way around and a line going down the middle just to break it up and to add in a little bit more detail. It's all about the detail, let me tell you. And then I know this one spot is very awkward with the roof. I go back in and I fix it later, I swear. But for now, just go ahead and fill in the rest of the roof. It looks very nice that way. And yeah. Now for this little side section over here, I decided to just do a slab roof. It's really simple, really easy, and I'm trying to keep this a very beginner build. So this is kind of one of the ways I'm doing that, by just using basic slabs and then showing you how to improve it. So once again, go ahead and fill in the entire area, making sure to keep like an outline going. And then the way I like to make the roofs look like they're actually connected and not just kind of next to each other is actually fading the little trims up into the other roof, whichever one's like touching it. I just think it looks really nice. It's a personal preference. You can go all the way around with that style, but usually I just kind of do the one on that side. And you can see here I changed where the door is, and then I add in more slabs just to make a more 3D look. And then sorry, there's a dog outside. And then I go ahead and make in that like fun little arch thing that I quite like. I'm not huge on this side, but I mean, an arch is an arch, and I love arches. So I kind of have to. Architecture's my thing. So yeah. Alright, so now on this side, I'm kind of just copying what I did on the other side. I may or may not have forgotten to do this side because I got sidetracked. Oh my god. Anyways, yes, you go ahead and for this little thing, I'm just doing another slab roof. It's really simple. It looks nice, like I keep saying. I was was trying to figure out how to make it like blend in with the surrounding area, and I ended up just kind of doing the similar design that I had on the other side, but it still looks really, really nice. I don't know if you can hear that dog, but if you can, I'm so sorry. And then of course I'm just filling it in with spruce. It looks nice, and switching up the windows. Now here I'm adding more details because it's details time. That is my favorite. So first off, fences and lanterns, just to add in that little bit of light and also just something unique. And I quite like how it looks. And then I'm kind of adding in a bit more texture. I'll show you in a moment, just on the windows and stuff, just to make it look a bit more interesting. And then what I personally think, I mean, I have to do the roof as well. I may have forgotten it. I just go ahead and put spruce. Usually I do slash on the second floor because it just looks a bit nicer. And then over here you can see I'm going to hoe the ground and put water in the middle pillar. I don't know what I'm doing right here. Probably homework like I should be doing right now. That's a joke. Anyways, and then I put seeds around just to have a little mini starter farm that also looks pretty nice if I say so myself. Now, I mentioned having a plan for the back part, and unfortunately I edited this wrong, so you can't really tell. But basically, I just wanted to have a mine shaft connected to the house, not quite in the house, and that's the result. It just goes right underneath. And here's a better view of what I did on the porch and how I kind of went all the way around the side when doing that plant thing at the very beginning. Just add in a few extra details. And here, I know it looks weird and you guys don't have to do this, however, for my sake, I had to. Here's just some gradient adding. I'm adding in cobblestone and just regular stone on top of the stone bricks. Completely optional. I love the way it looks. I will always promote doing it, however, completely optional. And yeah, so the final touch that I do is I add in a path going into the house, and then that's pretty much it. It's a really simple house. I think it took 30 minutes creative, but that's also creating the house in general. So once again, super simple, relatively easy materials. I mean, calcite is the worst one to find. And if you enjoy this sort of content, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Bye!